is LaToscia James. I'm a volunteer for Make a Difference Wisconsin, a program that delivers financial education to high schools in Milwaukee and the surrounding areas. I work at Trek right now, Trek Bicycle Company. I'm in the finance department. I consolidate the financials globally. What I'm really passionate about, aside from working, is helping kids get into college. And I do a lot of that. I do a lot of seminars and workshops, and I've even mentored some students personally. I'm really passionate about that. And what you'll hear and what I do is stress, you gotta get good grades, you gotta do well in school, and you wanna go to college and get a good job and make a whole bunch of money, right, so that you can be happy. But what happens is, no matter how much money you make, you will never be happy or content if you don't know how to manage it, because you'll always be broke. And that's why I volunteer for Make a Difference Wisconsin, because I really want you to be successful, and I want you to enjoy that success. When you're successful and always broke, it doesn't feel real good. So that's why I'm here to help you guys to do that, okay? So, show of hands. Who wants to dig a hole so deep and be so far in debt that you have to spend years trying to recover? Anybody? Show of hands. Nobody? Who wants to be a victim and just be used and taken advantage of because you don't know how to manage your money? Who wants to do that? Nobody, right? That's a silly question, isn't it? Oddly enough, many people every day find themselves in that situation. It's because they don't know how to manage this one thing, this tricky thing, right? It's credit. So what is credit? How does it work? And the cost of credit. We'll be talking about first what credit is. I say credit is a two-edged sword, all right? If you know how to use it, you can slice and dice your way, get stuff that you may not be able to get right away. But if you don't know how to use it, it can cut you back, all right? Can anybody tell me, venture a guess, what is credit? Does anybody here have a credit card? We got some people that got credit cards. Somebody tell me. Tell me what credit is. Thank you.
Isn't it like when you borrow money then you pay it back?
That's what it is. It is money that is loaned to you. Loaned to you that you must pay back. All right? People don't get that second part. You got to pay it back. And if you don't pay the whole amount when it's due, then you're paying it back with interest. The good thing about credit is that it allows you to get things now and then pay for it later. Okay? So when you go get a car, you don't have to pay $30,000 right now to get that car. You can get a loan and you can pay over a period of time, all right? So credit is money that is loaned to you that you pay back. Now, it's available to you based on your borrowing history, all right? So if you borrow and you're paying it back, then more credit is available to you. Then we're going to talk about how it works, okay? Jose, have you used your credit card?
Yes.
All right, what did you do?
Shoes.
Some shoes. All right, did you know what you were doing at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, what were you doing at the time?
I was buying shoes.
Okay, he was buying some shoes. So, okay, and that's the thing. People go and they got their credit card, right? They get a credit card, and then your credit card has an available balance. How much money the bank is willing to loan to you. Normally, when you get a credit card, your first credit card is about $2,000, $2,500. You know, that's what somebody might trust you to use, all right? I'm going to go to the store, want to buy some shoes. I give the retailer the credit card, swipe it through, and then the charge goes through. I got my shoes, I walk out the door, all right? The thing, though, is that what just happened is you took a loan from the bank for $100, okay? Now, he has to pay that $100 back. Here we got some terms that I'm going to use, and I want you to be familiar with those terms before we go on, okay? So, APR. Does anybody have any idea what APR is? Excellent.
Annual percentage rate?
Annual percentage rate. That's exactly what it is, all right? So it's the rate that's charged on the money that you borrow, all right? Basically, it's just like interest. And that, my friends, is how banks make money. The issues of these credit cards aren't being nice to you when they give you the credit card. They are banking on the fact that when you make a purchase, that you don't pay that whole $100 off when it's due, because they want to make money. That's how they're going to use you. And I asked the question, do you want to be used? Do you want to be taken advantage of? Of course you don't. But here, if you don't realize it, you are being used if you don't pay the whole amount off when the bill is due. Grace period, billing cycle. Can anybody tell me what the billing cycle grace period is?
The time to pay the money back?
Yeah, it's the period between the due dates. So, say you have a credit card. Samantha, what credit card do you have, if you don't mind telling me? A Visa? Okay, she has a Visa. All right, and say that the Visa is your due dates are on the 15th of the month. If Samantha then goes and buys something on May 16th, she has until June 15th to pay that bill. Okay, so she's borrowed money and she has 31 days to pay that back. That 31 days is the grace period. Everybody with me so far? Finance charges. What can that be?
ATM fees.
So this is the second way here that banks make money off of you for the finance charges. So if you have an annual fee on your credit card, any kind of transaction fees on your credit card, those are the finance charges. Last thing is balance. It's the amount that's remaining on your credit card. So say Jose made a purchase, he spent $100, okay, and say he paid $10. So his balance then is going to be $90 plus the interest because he didn't pay the whole thing. So what's the balance, the amount that's remaining on your credit card? All right, so that's the vocabulary. Here's the thing, right? This is how the credit cards companies and banks and stuff are making their money off of you, all right? If you do not pay the amount off in full, then you will pay interest on that purchase, okay? That's the thing. If you don't pay it off in full, you're paying interest, all right? And that interest is based on what we just learned, the APR. That's how the system uses you. Let me teach you how to use the system. Y'all listening? Got your ears? Listening ears? This is how you use the system. Ideally, this is what my mom taught me. She told me, she said, when you make a purchase, you pay the whole thing off at once. All right? When you make a purchase, when your bill comes, pay the whole thing off. You've borrowed money. You've been able to borrow that money and keep that money for 30 days. Then you pay that whole thing off. That way, you don't pay any interest. You don't pay any finance charges. You don't pay any of that stuff. That's what you need to do to use the system. Don't let the system use you. You use the system. Here's the catch, though. So now, say you're disciplined. Make a Difference Wisconsin. They have 2 other segments that they teach before you even get a credit card. What they want to teach you is, it's a Bank to Your Future, and check it out, where they're teaching you how to discipline yourself to save money, budget, and that kind of thing, all right, before you even get a credit card, because they don't want you to get in trouble with your credit card. So they teach you some discipline here, all right? Now, say you have the other 2 segments, and you have discipline about saving and budgeting, and I'm not going to spend outside my means. I'm going to buy what I can afford, okay? Now, you walk into the store, okay? He walks into the store. Instead of tennis shoes, though, he finds himself in Best Buy, right? And he finds himself in a TV aisle. And the salesperson comes up to him and says, yeah, you can have that TV. It's a $500 TV. But, you can put it on your credit card, and what he finds out is that the credit card company only makes you pay 3% of what is due. That's the minimum payment. You don't have to pay the whole thing off. You can make a minimum payment, 3%. So on a $500 purchase, that's only $15. Who can't afford $15 a month? Who cannot really, if you have a job, who can't afford $15 a month? That's what you're thinking, right? And so then you go out of Best Buy with the TV, a computer, and all kinds of stuff because all you got to pay $15 a month or $20 a month. But here's the thing, though. If you're only paying that much, then the credit card companies are going to make a whole lot of money off of you on interest. What would you say your takeaway is?
Be careful.
Be careful.
If you borrow money, pay it back.
If you borrow money, you pay it back.